You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Days of Our Lives fans. It is Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I have got your 2-week spoilers from Monday, July 31st, all the way through Friday, August 11th for your favorite NBC Peacock streaming soap opera. There is baby action, there's wedding action, there is a whole lot going on. We have familiar faces in the local insane asylum, so much happening. Let's dig right in. By the way, week 1 spoilers are dated, detailed, specific. Week 2 spoilers, sizzling hot, but undated. All right, digging in. Monday, July 31st, Kristen and Brady find out that they have to go to court. It looks like the actual hearing is on Tuesday because on Monday, Kristen is still at the double wedding at the DeMera mansion. So on Monday, we pick up where we left off. Cliffhanger Friday, Gabby and Stefan were in front of the minister. They were getting ready to say their vows. They're going to say, I do. Things are going to go fine. But then when it's Dimitri and Gwen's turn, Leo interrupts and has something to say. So this is in the promo. Check back later today because we're covering the promo and we're going to show it to you in just a little bit in its own video. But it definitely looks like Leo's going to blow up the wedding. But then based on a 2-week spoiler that we have, it looks like Gwen is going to marry him anyway, and we'll discuss that when we get down to it. All right, so double weddings, and I believe both are going to say I do on Monday. We also see Eric Brady telling Roman Brady and Kate Roberts that he is going to be a daddy, and that's to Sloan Petersen's baby. Of course, fans know he's going to be a daddy to Nicole's baby too, only he and Nicole don't know it yet. EJ doesn't either, just Sloan. All right, we also see Sloan really desperate on Monday. She decides her only recourse is to tamper with Nicole and EJ's test results. The thing is that Nicole showed up looking for the test results and she realizes Sloan took them, and she tells Eric about it later in the week. Tuesday, August 1st on Days of Our Lives, Chanel and Abe are talking, and she, of course, he doesn't know who she is, but she's telling him, your memories will come back. Just give it time. Don't stress. You know, it's good advice. We also see Brady and Kristen in court, and this may start on Monday, but either way, it wraps on Tuesday. They get a surprising outcome. And what it's going to look like is that Brady and Kristen are both pretty sketchy. So it turns out the judge knows about Brady's recent criminal charges, and instead of just rubber stamping the custody agreement that Brady and Kristen have signed, the judge has some things to say and then decides to think it over. Is there a chance that Brady might be the one getting visitation and Kristen gets full custody? That would be wild. All right, we also have Steve and John back in Salem spending time with their beautiful wives. And we have Paulina at her home with Abe. She's trying to help him get his memories back, trying to get him to focus on his recovery. And this is obviously where Chanel talks to her stepdad as well. Midweek on Days of Our Lives, Wednesday, August 2nd, we see Abe still struggling. His memories are still not back. There's an undated spoiler that he and Theo share a close moment, but we do know Theo's leaving soon. So remember, he thought he was very confused about the whole body and soul thing, and he's still very addled. We also see Wendy telling Li Shen that she doesn't like him hanging out with Melinda Trask, even though they do seem to have a lot in common. I think she doesn't think that the woman can be trusted. We also see Sloan mouthing off a secret about Nicole's unborn baby. I wonder if she knows the gender of the child or something. That would be kind of interesting if she knew the sex of the baby. And it may be Trask that she's talking to, by the way. Then we have Chanel. The spoilers are weird. So there was a 2-week spoiler about Chanel and Talia last week, which relates to this week. And then we have this one. In one version of the spoiler, Chanel and Talia face off. And in the other one, they catch up. And I believe this is going to be a very benign and friendly interaction, and it's going to be more of catching up. We also see on Thursday, August 3rd, that Chad DiMera chats up his big brother, EJ DiMera. I wonder if he's going to vent some more about Alex Kyriakis. We also have Eric proposing to Sloan Petersen, but it's not exactly swoon-worthy romantic proposal. Also, we have an undated spoiler for the week. Xander proposes to Chloe, and his proposal is pretty swoon-worthy, so Team Xander on that one. We also see Harris Michaels at Bayview. He sees a familiar face. That's Eve Donovan, who he went to high school with. And Ava Vitale is in there too, but it's not clear if we see her on Thursday or if it'll be later. We also see Alex telling Stephanie more about a disastrous blind date. I don't know if it was the one with Trask or if he's gone on a new one. We shall see. Closing down week 1 on Friday, August 4th, Nicole gets shocking news. This is probably more baby test news. We also have Tripp waking up in his bed with someone startling. I read something about who he wakes up in bed with, and I'm trying to remember, I think maybe Alex Kyriakis. That's what I'm thinking it is. I can't remember right this second. Sorry. We also see Maggie needing a favor from Xander. This is either about Titan or it's about Sarah, but I'm getting really excited about Sarah coming back, especially with Xander proposing to Chloe. Whether she says yes or no, it's all still very interesting because of the timing. And Melinda knows what Sloan Petersen is hiding. She confronts her and says, Eric's Nicole's baby daddy, right? So that should be pretty interesting. All right. If you have not already, before we dig into the 2-week spoilers, the second week, please click subscribe so you don't miss any of our Days of Our Lives updates. If you're enjoying these weekly and 2-week spoilers, we'd love it if you clicked a like. All right, we have Maggie making a surprising discovery in the week of August 7th through 11th, and I wonder if it is about Sarah being preggers. We also see Gwen realizes that Leo is hiding something from her. It is that spoiler right there that makes me think that even though Leo interrupts the wedding on Monday, I think he's going to get the stink eye from Dimitri or something like that, or he's going to blow him a kiss, whatever. I think that Leo is going to back down. So this 2 weeks, it sounds like that Gwen is married to Dimitri and realizes that Leo is sitting on a secret. So we'll see how it plays out. That's what I feel like is happening, though. We also see Kayla Brady helping Abe Carver during his recovery. She is a medical doctor. She's not a shrink, but maybe she can help him with dealing with some of the physical trauma of that brain injury. We also have Sean Brady coming back to work. This is fun. So Sean got suspended for being a drunk on the job, and it was Rafe that suspended him. But then the acting mayor, who's still in charge because Abe is brain-addled, fired Rafe for sleeping with his subordinate. So that's another cop gone. So obviously, sleeping with your subordinate is seen as worse than drinking on the job, is my interpretation from this, because Sean gets to come back, but Rafe does not. All right, leave us some comments on what you're excited to see this week on Days of Our Lives, guys. We read all your comments. We try to reply to as many as we can, but we definitely read them all. So please leave us that feedback. Thanks for listening.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.